So remember, I think a few days ago I did a story on the Telegraph where they kept saying that Meghan was the one copying. I mean, they lied about Meghan releasing her Netflix trailer on the same day with as Kate releasing that cringe summer commercial video about nature, whatever, and only to be called out. And also, there was people paid attention to something. The picture choice they decided to put on the front page of the article. Here's the thing: Meghan's picture, she looks stunning. She looks glowy. She's just so beautiful. And you have, well, there's Kate. There's Kate. That's all I can say. There's Kate right there. So people were pissed. The derangers were pissed. It's like they felt like it was so disrespectful first because they did not address her with the proper titles. Here we go again with these titles. They did not address her with the proper titles. And secondly, the choice of picture. Sorry, they were fuming because the Telegraph used a wrong picture choice. Like they felt like it was a bad picture. I mean, it is a bad picture. And do we have any good pictures of mumbles other than the ones that are heavily airbrushed, photoshopped? They made, I mean, that's a story for another day. So they were really pissed about that. But it turns out right now, I've seen a debate on social media and people are like, what? So they are now claiming that Meghan photoshops more. I mean, photoshops her pictures more than mumbles. These royalists and derangers think that that the Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, photoshops her pictures more than they're like no one photoshops more than Meghan. And you know what? They're doing that to deflect from the criticism that Kate has been getting. I've seen so many comments, of course, people calling her out for photoshopping. This is not the first time Kate has been called out for photoshopping. There's been tons of, if you go on the internet and you search Kate Photoshop fails, literally there are tons of articles about that. There's even a kill notice on everything. That is crazy. So now they are trying to say that Meghan photoshops. You know why? Because Meghan looks so young. Meghan looks so glowy. She's happy. You know, that's what love does. That's what happiness does. That's what peace does to someone. That's what healing does. You don't need Photoshop for that. Mumbles, you don't need Photoshop for that. And of course, there have been so many comments about Kate's appearance where people first, there's a group of people who feel like she looks very unhealthy. They feel like there's something wrong. There's another group of people who actually believe it's her jealousy that's aging her so fast. Like her jealousy, like she's aging so fast. I've also seen similar comments with William. People feel like her jealousy. Remember the one incandescent with rage? Like people believe that he's aging way faster, like compared to his age. Like people believe he's aging fast, and they are confident it's because of this anger, this rage, this jealousy that's draining the hell out of them. People believe that. Well, and also there's another group of people like, oh no, it's cosmetic surgery that has gone bad. There's also that group of people. Mind you, this is the internet that's saying that. That is not me. I'm just saying, I'm telling you what the internet has put out there. So you remember also the day Meghan went to Jamie Khan Limor interview and she was makeup free. Oh, they were pissed about that. They were pissed. I remember even people saying, oh, we want to see Kate makeup free. We want to see Kate, because we remember this is the woman who's known to Photoshop her pictures, to heavily airbrush her pictures. Meghan went to a podcast makeup free and she looked stunning, as you guys can see, of course. She looked really stunning. Many people believe that Meghan is because she's now so happy and at peace. That's what healing does. She's so happy, and of course when you're that way, you radiate, the glow comes, you're eating healthy, you're loved, you're just minding your business. That's what it does, and your skin starts showing it. I mean, because she, unlike Mumbles, who's constantly copying Meghan, jealous about Meghan, literally obsessing over Meghan on a daily. I mean, that is what's happening to her. That's why most derangers are not happy with the choice of pictures that the UK media is using. They would rather submit heavily airbrushed pictures of Mumbles, because somehow that will make them sleep at night. If they submit Mumbles heavily edited, heavily airbrushed pictures, it's somehow going to make them sleep at night. So they have now trying to shift the blames from Kate, or the criticism that Kate is getting now over this. So this mansion, of course, both her and William are in the tabloids for all the all the wrong reasons, guys. It's for all the wrong reasons. Let me just tell you. So now, of course, articles about Harry and Meghan have started rolling out, and of course, they've now started saying Meghan uses Photoshop. Show me one picture where Meghan has used Photoshop. Well, I'll show you 10 where Kate has. I've seen that. That's how squiddies are fighting on social media. Or you think Meghan photoshops? Show me a picture where Meghan has photoshopped or has heavily edited herself. Then, well, we have more than 10 we can present. And also others are like, oh no, it's not just Kate who photoshops. It's the entire leftover royals. Camilla, during Camilla's birthday, a lot of people believed, like, they kept calling out for heavily, whoever was editing her pictures, it was so heavily airbrushed. Like, you could just tell that this picture has been photoshopped or heavily edited. Like, it was so obvious. So there's this discourse where they're like, oh, well, we've seen Meghan without makeup. We want to see Mumbles without makeup. Since you want to go there, we will go there, because Meghan went on a almost 2-hour podcast makeup free, and she looked so good. I remember girlies asking, hey Meghan, when are you going to drop that skincare routine? I was one of them. I'm like, God, please just drop it, or just mention some of the skincare things that you use, because I'm gonna buy them. I know there's one I can get, but no, please drop a skincare routine, a skincare line. That's how girlies are loving her skin. Her skin looks so good, and she looks so young. You're like, girl, are you sure you're in your 40s? You look like you're in your early 20s, right? And then Mumble is like, well, Mumbles, there's that. So the Rangers know deep down that there's no good picture of Mumbles out there. They're really horrible pictures, especially from Getty Images. And that's why Mumbles has this habit, or an addiction, to have photos heavily edited, which is something else. So yeah, there was that. And anyway, let me get to what the internet is saying, right? Here's what the internet is saying about that. So Sussex says, and yet only one of them released a photo that every news organization had to take down because it was so fake. So it says, they will rue the day. This is what Kate actually looks like compared to Meghan. So are they saying the Telegraph photoshopped Meghan and not Kate? Good one. Shima says, I can see Kate's wig from here in I can see Kate's wig from here in Egypt. I can't with you guys. Poker says, well, hate makes you look miserable. Happiness makes you shine. Simple, like I said. Sid says, I'm shocked to hear some royalists are kicking themselves. Don't suspect one of them is Gummy, or it is Gummy. Tora says, ever since Kate got dragged for that photo, they've been trying to project Photoshop on Meghan. They even tried to accuse Miss and Harriman of it. Ordinary says, it might already be too late for royalists to reverse course. Just read Harry's hand-delivered tribute for the 80th anniversary of VJ Day. Then read William's platitude posted on X, signed William and Kate. But I say it's like a comparison between Obama's writings versus Trump's. Len says, all royal pictures are photoshopped. Check them and see yourself. Of course they are. Look how Miller does it as well. Even Photoshop Charles, so it's true. And also, Proud says, Meghan, who sits makeup-free for an hour-long interview, needs Photoshop. They are really disappointed in Kate. Who can blame them? It's like opening a giant gift box and finding it empty. Carolina says, then their British Rose Kate picture got a kill notice? Good one. Someone says, the irony and hypocrisy. Kate made Kensington Palace an untrustworthy source, and that's in relation to that picture that had a kill notice because of her Photoshop, right? Crazy. As always, guys, go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you think. Remember to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. I love you. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.